everybody, and welcome to the Burning Hammer Live. This is our live stream, a branch of the Burning Hammer podcast, which is a professional wrestling podcast where we talk about professional wrestling. You can listen to it on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And make sure to follow us on all of our social media. On Twitter, you can follow us at The Burnt Hammer. On Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, you can follow us at The Burning Hammer. And make sure to follow us on Twitch at The Burning Hammer Podcast. And follow me on Twitter at MarkIzzo_wave. And you can follow Dillon on Twitter at DillO'Brien_wave. And me and Dillon write professional wrestling for Vendetta Sports Media. So you can follow them on Twitter at VendettaVSM. You can follow them on Instagram and TikTok at Vendetta Sports Media. And make sure to check out VendettaSportsMedia.com for all of your sports needs, TV, movies, gaming, you name it. They cover it. Head over to VendettaSportsMedia.com for all of your sports needs. Now, WWE Night of Champions. Tomorrow, noon, midday for us on the East Coast.
Yeah, I believe 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's right. So, what we're doing on this live stream is we're giving you our match card predictions for Night of Champions. I will be defending this tiny, glorious championship belt with honor, with prestige. And I'll be damned if Dillon ever touches this thing again. So, with that being said, let's get started on these predictions. Kicking us off, Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch. Dillon, what's your excitement level for this match?
I'm relatively excited for this match. I think there's been a decent build for this match, and they've been handling it decently. And I think my thoughts is that this rivalry is only going to get more intense, that they're like holding back a little for after this match. And I'm expecting Trish Stratus to win here and get the victory over Becky Lynch. And kind of continue this feud onward.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a trilogy feud, and I think that if they want to do that, they're probably going to have Trish win the first match. So I completely agree. I think this has a lot of potential to be a pretty good match. I mean, we've seen Trish in the 6-woman tag match at WrestleMania, and she still had it. So I'm super excited for this match, and I think that it will be a fun one. So there you have it. We are both taking Trish Stratus to come out on top here. And we both think this is going to be a feud that is going to last probably until SummerSlam. We talked about before where the rubber match is going to take place. So let's talk about the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, taking on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, in a singles match. A little one-on-one action. Despite what we have thought, it seems like they are not adding a stipulation to this match, although I guess there still is time technically. But what are your thoughts of them not making or not adding a stipulation for this match?
I just thought it was weird. I thought they set themselves up to add a stipulation to this match.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's whatever. We'll see what happens. I really don't know where they're going to go with this match.
Yeah, this one's tough. I think so. I'm going to take, as much as I feel like I could be wrong, I'm taking Cody Rhodes because it, like you said before, it really just feels like he's going to be the person to win Money in the Bank. And I think if Lesnar wins, then there's a third match at Money in the Bank. I think if Cody wins right now, the feud is done. But
yeah,
I think it is odd that they didn't add a stipulation for this.
I agree.
Especially after the first when Lesnar first attacked Cody, and
Yeah.
he just said, "I want to fight."
Well,
And
yeah, and the fact that Brock got busted open in the first match.
yeah, so
Um,
who knows? Maybe they will add a stipulation.
yeah, who knows? But yeah, as much I'm hesitant to do it, but I'm gonna take Cody as well, just because I think that they're trying to give Cody another big win here. But um, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not exactly sure what direction Cody Rhodes is going from here. If I had to bet my money, like I said, I think there's a decent chance he wins Money in the Bank. Um, but it's like that's no fun, honestly. You know what I mean? Like that's
He
no
also
like
just doesn't need to win Money in the Bank,
yeah,
I would
exactly.
argue.
So we'll see what ends up happening. I'm
But
hoping that Cody gets a victory here, though.
it's also like we talked about it before. I don't know how they get back to Cody versus Roman
Yeah.
after this, if unless like the only way would be if he wins Money in the Bank. But so like if he doesn't win Money in the Bank, I'm not sure what they're gonna do. I still think the match is Cody versus Roman at SummerSlam. So I just think he's probably gonna win Money in the Bank and just tell him me, you, SummerSlam. Um,
Mhm.
so let's hope that happens because there are reports that Roman's gonna hold both titles until WrestleMania 40, which I don't know how much I believe that. But speaking of Roman Reigns, him and his cousin, Solo Sikoa, are taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the tag team championship. Dillon, who do you think's coming out on top, and how do you think this match is going to go down?
Um, yeah, dude, this one is super interesting, obviously. Um, so I don't know how you felt. This match caught me off guard. I was like, this wasn't something that I saw coming. Um, this wasn't a direction I really expected them to go. Um, it was a surprise to me um, when the match was announced. Um, but I love it. I think it's a great idea, storyline wise, and I, I think I'm gonna take Roman and Solo. I think I'm gonna pick them. I really think they might win.
I mean, so
I really think they might win, dude.
I kind of want them to win
Yeah,
weirdly, just because I want Roman to hold 4 titles.
it would
Just
just be
because, like,
so absurd.
we're so far off the deep end already. I just
Yeah,
want to keep going deeper and
just
just
get
him
as
holding.
absurd as possible.
Yeah, him just holding 2 more titles is going to be incredibly absurd, and I'm totally here for it. However, I do think that Sammy and KR are gonna win, and I think that it's gonna be a situation of Jimmy and Jay try to help Roman and Solo out to win the match, but they ultimately end up costing them the match by accident. And then I think because we also could get
Yeah, we could
Jay
get a heel
versus
turn. We or a face turn. We could get Jay costing them the match on purpose.
yeah. Um, So yeah, that is another thing that could happen. I think we are going to get Jay versus Roman in the very near future as well. So um, I think Sammy and KO are going to retain, and because like we talked about before, the feud isn't really with Sammy and Kevin Owens anymore. The feud is within the bloodline. So
Mhm.
I think that we're going to get a big development in this match within the bloodline. We're going to get a major crack, a major fraction in this. And what do you think? I mean, because then it's interesting if Roman and Solo do win, because then we're probably going to get Roman and Solo versus Jimmy and Jay potentially at SummerSlam as well.
Yeah.
But then the problem becomes how do you get like the tag titles off of Roman and Solo? But I mean, I'm here for Roman and Solo to come out on top. I would absolutely love it. So, um, let us know. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. What are your match card predictions for all of these matches? And let us
Yeah, for
know
sure.
if you have any hot takes, drop them in the comments below. So moving on, Mustafa Ali is challenging Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Super happy for our boy Ali to get a title shot. although I think there is zero chance he wins. I think that my biggest thing is I'm hoping that they just give them time and they actually let Ali wrestle and like really showcase his skills because he's one of the best in the ring in WWE. And I just hope it's not a will be, but you never know these days with WWE. I just hope they let him go out there, just give him 15, 20 minutes and like just let him put on a really good match because this could steal the show.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Trips knows that, and I think he's going to let it happen. I would hope you wouldn't put Mustafa Ali in this match if you weren't going to showcase his skills. There's plenty of other guys that Gunther could have just squashed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously I'm taking Gunther. I'm really not expecting Mustafa Ali to come up with the victory here, but I'm really hoping that we get some time in this match and get a good match out of it. But yeah, definitely going with Gunther.
Yeah, so there you have it. And so let's move on because we are crowning a new world heavyweight champion. Seth Rollins is taking on AJ Styles, and they are continuing the lineage of the world heavyweight championship with this new title that they have. So they're going to continue the reigns counts as well. Oh yeah, AJ Styles
versus
Seth Rollins.
Who do you got?
So, despite the reports that WWE is hesitant to put the title on Seth Rollins, I don't buy that for a second. I'm taking Seth Rollins. He deserves it. It's got to be Seth. If it's AJ, I will be disappointed.
AJ. It's not him. It's him.
That's right.
Him. It ain't him. It's him. It ain't him. It's him. I love both of them. It's Seth. We all know it's Seth.
It's Seth.
If they don't put it on Seth, it's a huge fucking problem.
It's a bummer. I would be super bummed out. Because, like, it would suck because, so, we both really love AJ Styles. And, like, obviously, I think he does deserve, like, more world title runs. But I don't think right now is the time. I think you got to put the first title on Seth Rollins. He deserves it. And I just don't buy the reports that WWE is hesitant. He's probably the most over wrestler in your company. And I think they would be...
debatably the world. Probably the world.
And they would be stupid to not put the title on Seth freaking Rollins at Night of Champions.
It just feels like very, very not the move to have AJ go over Seth. It's just got to be Seth, bro. If it's not Seth, people are going to be so mad.
Yeah, and this match is going to be a banger. I'm super excited
dude, this match is going to be fucking awesome.
And so I think that it's going to be interesting to see this match play out. I'm hoping this is this probably will be the longest match of the night. And I think that since the first time Seth Rollins caught sight of the World Heavyweight Championship and he cut that promo on Raw, he instantly made it prestigious. Like, he's already making this title like worthy, and like you care about this title, and all he's been doing is just talking about it. No one's even won it yet. So I think those interview clips with Corey Graves have been awesome. They did show that clip of AJ and Seth in like 2006.
Yeah, well, that was super cool.
Yeah, and also I believe it was that same match, but following that match, AJ Styles cut a promo, and this was when Seth was 19, and he was just like, this guy is the future of the business.
Yeah, it was that same match, yeah.
Yeah, so that was super sick. And
he was like, he's the future of the business, and he's 19 years old.
Yeah,
and
so
here we are, however many years later.
Yeah, so, I mean, man, if you're going to watch one match, watch this match from Night of Champions. I'm hoping this is the main event because I'll be able to catch it. Although there are some reports that this may kick off the show, I think it would make more sense to put it in the main event.
Agreed. I think
feels like a main event thing. Shoot off a ton of confetti. Triple H comes out, shakes his hand. It's a main event match. Like, you got to put it in the main event. So
I think they might have Roman main event.
that also could happen. Which, as much as I like tag team wrestling, as much as I want tag team matches in the main event, it's got to be AJ and Seth in the main
I
event.
know.
Like,
It's the world title match, bro. You're crowning the first ever world heavyweight champion.
Yeah. So it's got to be Seth versus AJ in the main event. So let's move on. Natalya is challenging Rhea Bloody Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship match. This is similar to the Ali versus Gunther. I think there is less than 0% chance of Natalya walking out.
Technically, this is the SmackDown Women's Championship match.
Yeah, that's on Raw.
That's on Raw.
It's very confusing.
So hopefully we get some direction as far as those things are concerned.
Do you think? So
we will.
We talked about it before, and I talked about 3 things that needed to happen on our socials. And one of the things I said that needs to happen is they need to address the women's title situation. Now, do you think there's any shot that after whichever match goes second, whether it's Bianca or whether it's Rhea, that the other person comes out and then they stare at each other and then they just swap titles?
0% chance.
Okay. Do you think we need to get at least a word on what's happening with
No, I agree. I don't think we're getting one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's like, I don't think Premium Live, like usually events like that are usually not like the place where they do that, you know? I feel like.
Yeah.
It's like usually on TV.
I just want them to at least say.
No, I agree. I'm not.
Just like, even if it's Corey Graves just being like, on Monday night, Triple H is going to address the women's world title situation.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's
perfect,
literally all they have to do. Literally
Yeah.
just do that. Like, just at least say a sentence about what's going down and what the plans
That's
are.
fair. And I'm really hoping if we don't get that, then I pray to God by Monday they say something on Monday. And I'm really just hoping that they weren't. They've just been waiting just because Backlash and this were 2 weeks apart and it was just like a weird schedule. And
yeah. If they don't say anything about it on next week's Raw and SmackDown, when do you think there would say something about it? Because
dude, I literally have no idea.
At that point, at
that point, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, so hopefully on Raw or SmackDown following Night of Champions, they at least will say something about it. Just give us an update. Let us know what's going on with it.
Yeah, give us any idea.
We're both taking Rhea Ripley. I think there's, like I said, less than 0% chance that Natalya's going to walk out of here with the SmackDown Women's title. That's on Monday Night Raw. And speaking of Monday Night Raw, we have the Raw Women's Championship that's on Friday Night SmackDown. Bianca Belair is putting her title on the line against Asuka. This one, for me, was the toughest match to decide. So my thing is, I was wondering why they did this match again. And because you have Asuka, who's just recently come back in the past few months with a new to us gimmick, a new to WWE gimmick, and you have her lose to Bianca Belair in a one-time match, and they're done with that feud. But then if she comes back and loses to Bianca again, then it's really gonna hurt her character.
No, I agree.
On the other side, it's not the time nor the place for Bianca to lose the title. So, but also that being said, I'm taking Bianca, and it makes me nervous because in my predictions, they are not going to have a title change hands on the show. Which I believe that's only happened once for Night of Champions. It may have never happened, but I think it happened one time before. But I'm taking Bianca. It just doesn't feel like the time for her to drop the title. And they've been talking so much about her her title run, the longest women's world title run in the last decade in the modern era, and it just doesn't feel like it's going to end. I feel like they wouldn't be talking about it like that if she was going to lose it in the next week or two at Night of Champions. So I think if any match is going to change titles, it's going to be this one. But I'm taking Bianca Belair. What are your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, like you said, it's the biggest thing is that this match like just happened at WrestleMania. So, like you said, another loss for Asuka. Um, another clean loss for Asuka will just kind of really hurt her stock, you would think.
I mean, look at Bayley.
No, I agree.
Times to Bianca, like she hasn't been in the world title picture since, really.
Which it's like, I don't know, you lose 3 times. You should kind of move on. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's going to be a serious heel turn in this match. And I know we're saying Asuka's already heel, but she's not like heel, right?
I would say she just became heel.
Like the other day.
Yeah, on Bianca, when Bianca had her championship celebration.
Gotcha.
I would say Asuka coming down and ruining that and spraying the mist in her face would be
okay.
Heel.
All right, yeah, I didn't watch that SmackDown, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
How the match got set up.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Although, I don't know, we could get a Bianca heel turn.
That's what I was gonna say, dude. The Bianca heel turn might be coming. So who knows? I'm gonna take Bianca, but like you said, it would not shock me if this went a different direction.
Yeah, so the only match, there's 2 titles that aren't going to be defended. The women's tag titles, they will have new champions on Monday Night Raw, and the United States Championship is Austin Theory defended it against Sheamus on SmackDown. That was a pre-recorded episode. I haven't looked at the results. I'm going to assume Theory won. Do you think they're going to add a rematch or have Theory on this card?
I don't think so. I'm assuming he's not going to be there. I'm assuming that's why he's not on the card yet. But who knows?
Yeah. So let's say if Theory's on the card,
they'll probably do Sheamus again.
Gotcha. It makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But it's also like
if it's a match that's going to happen, it's probably in the pre-recorded match. Theory got a dirty win, or like that, or like this cued, or like DQ'd or something, or like whatever, and then we're gonna get a rematch at Night of Champions.
I think also Theory could drop the title if he's got a match at Night of Champions.
Agreed.
Man, it's tough. That's why you gotta follow us on social media.
Yeah.
If the match gets added, we'll put our official predictions on our social media accounts. So that's gonna wrap it up. Dillon, do you have any hot takes off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head.
Agreed. I think this could be a fun show. I think this could be a sleeper of an event. Just looking at the card, I think something could happen in the Rhea Ripley and Natalya match.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could possibly get a new challenger because I think if there's going to be a squash match, I think that Rhea versus Natalya is going to last 5 minutes maybe. But I think we could potentially get a new challenger following that match as well. That one okay, let's see. On Raw, that's the thing, because like I don't even know. Like I would say Becky, but like Becky's facing Trish. She's like the only person who seems like a threat, unless we get someone debuting, which I don't think is likely at all. But
maybe we'll get Zoe Stark as our next challenger.
That could be fun. Maybe Raquel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and there's also been talks of LA Knight could potentially have a match added. So that's why you got to follow us on our social media. If any matches get added, we will put our predictions on there. I'm defending the Burning Hammer Podcast Predictions World Heavyweight Championship of the World as well at Night of Champions. Every title, including our title, is on the line at Night of Champions. With that being said, this has been the Burning Hammer Live. We go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Check out the Burning Hammer Podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. We will catch you on Monday to talk about Night of Champions, potentially Double or Nothing. And then we're going to talk about what to expect on Monday Night Raw. So we will catch you on Monday, 11 o'clock Eastern